ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the overall energy here as it relates to my collective for this full moon in Cancer. What do we need to know about love at this time? Oh, damn. Some of you do feel like up until this time, love has been challenging. Love has been difficult. And I feel like some of you are seeking some relief as it relates to your love life. You're like, I don't want to stand in my own way anymore. I don't want to get in my own way. I don't want to be the root of my problems. I feel like this is an energy of being like self-aware, okay? Being self-aware. Tell me about the overall energy here around this full moon in Cancer. Because you recognize that you have the power to change your circumstances. Some of you are getting ancestral support with the full moon. There's something here about tapping into an emotional part of yourself that somehow taps into the support of an ancestor, or your ancestor guides are working with you at this time. What else do we need to know about this full moon in Cancer here for my collective? Yeah, you've been feeling like, okay, for some of you, you are connected to someone in love that you might feel like you are alone in your thought process with. You might feel isolated or like you're the only one who has feelings or desires or wants. And I feel like you're releasing that because you're recognizing that that's untrue. There's a shift here in not wanting to maybe stick in an energy that feels like stagnant or stay in an energy in which it feels like you're dwelling in a perspective that feels a little bit negative. I feel like you're realizing at this time, yeah, that you are empowered. You are empowered to create a different outcome. And it feels like this is a collective as well that feels a hell of a lot more confident. There's a confident energy here. There's a shift out of your head into your heart, into your sacral, into your heart chakra. It's like you're feeling encouraged to move. You're feeling encouraged to expand. You're feeling encouraged to seek new opportunities, new paths. Now, this could be in love or otherwise. But this is a collective that feels, I just heard, stronger than yesterday. I feel like that's what it's going to feel like. You're going to wake up and feel like a whole new person. You're going to wake up and feel like stronger than you've been, feel more empowered, feel more assured, more determined. It's like you're tuning into a part of yourself that was always there, but now you're just confident enough to express it. Ooh, okay. But what is the outcome here on the other side? How is love going to be affected by this confidence? Some of you are ending a twin flame journey or deciding to get off a karmic train just because you feel like it's too destructive to your life, or it's something that causes you too much chaos. And you're realizing as well that this wasn't something that was meant to serve a romantic purpose, at least up until this moment. Maybe you thought that's the only purpose, but you're recognizing your higher purpose at this time. North Node energy here. North Node energy here. And I feel like this North Node energy is allowing you to no longer see something as an offer that feels like a temptation. Ooh. Damn. That's what this is. There's this energy of like, I would have been tempted by this in the past. Because I do feel for a lot of you, you might be getting some type of truth or confession, some type of revealing of feelings. Like for some of you, you will receive some type of sharing of emotional truth tonight. That was the message that I was channeling for the collective. Someone is going to share an emotional truth. But you're going to see it as shallow. It's like they'll see it as deep and you'll see it as shallow because you've already ascended beyond this. And you'll see this as something that is a temptation or deception, perhaps some type of holographic projection, which is actually a form of a spiritual test. This is like trickster energy, but again, it feels like you're almost aware that this person's not evolved. It's part of some type of game theory. It's part of the universe's plan to see whether or not you're ready to level up. You're ready to upgrade. How is my collective upgrading with this full moon? What do they need to know about this? You see everything clearly now. You see everything clearly now. I feel like this is a collective. Wow. I feel for many of you tonight, okay? 10:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in and around that time in your local area time zone, okay? You're going to feel this moment of being cold or have like a shiver come over your body, like chills up and down your body. And then in that moment, you're going to reminisce or recall your spiritual journey and what you've experienced, okay? What you've experienced along the path, all that you've gone through, how far you've come, who you've become. Truthfully, most importantly, who you've become, and the reasoning or the origin of your awakening. The reason why you're here in this moment, and how far you've come, and now what your guides are asking of you. What they're asking of you. What are their guides asking of them at this time? To not avoid something that you know you need to address. Some of you I'm calling you out, okay? Some of you, I'm calling you out. There's something here that I feel like has been in a stalemate. Because there's someone here who's trying to tempt you. And truthfully, no one can tempt you unless you let them. So temptation is actually a fallacy. Sit with that for a minute. Temptation is a fallacy. Temptation is only based on your acceptance of the energy, right? So if you're not tempted by something, then it can't tempt you. It doesn't exist. It's a fallacy. So there's someone here who might be trying to tempt you, and you might be like, this person's trying to tempt me, or they're trying to just beguile me. They're trying to seduce me. They're trying to woo me. They have nothing that could prevent you from seeing things clearly. This is not somebody that can prevent your vision from being clear. Your vision is very clear. I feel like there's an attempt here at a distortion is what comes through. And the song right now is House on Fire, okay? Yeah, I feel like this is something that you know sets fire to something you've built. Something you've built. What does this impact that this collective has built if they allow this in? All that you've been wishing for, I feel like, is actually beyond this person. For many of you, this is not the reading you came here that you wanted to hear today, but maybe the reading you need to hear, okay? I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to give you insight that's supportive and helpful. In these last few days of what we will call in the future the TikToks, okay? We are just tough love tarot through and through, telling the real tea, nothing but the tea. So help me, RuPaul Charles. That's what it is, and that's the tea, okay? This is somebody who is standing in the way of your wish fulfillment. Do you know what you wish for? Love. It's not that complicated. Why has love been so complicated up until this time? Listen, this is what you want. This is all you want. Out of the bearded body lies me. Out of the green grass. Sing with me. That's all you want. It's not that hard. It's simple. Love is simple. Love should never be that hard. Right? And I feel for many of you, it's about loving this person enough to let them go and let yourself go, most importantly. So you can claim what you've always wished for. I feel for many of you, you're realizing what you were holding on to, or the reason why you're holding on was actually based on ego. For a lot of you, okay? What was the egoistic reason for holding on here? Because this person came into your life unexpectedly. I feel many of you made a lot of changes for this person. Maybe you feel like you put yourself in a circumstance or position in which you sacrificed a lot for this person. You didn't feel the same in return. So for some of you, you're waiting on this person to sacrifice themselves the way you did. Oof. I felt that. You wanted them to show that they were also willing to sacrifice because you felt like that was an indication of their feelings or the fact that their love was true. But for a lot of you, it's about recognizing that when you give a gift of love, is it a gift that it should be given with no strings attached? And that's hard. It's hard to accept that when you want that love to expand and grow and have life breathed into it, but you gave that gift. That was a gift. And now that that gift has been given, you have to accept that it served its purpose. For most of you, it was difficult because you wanted to feel that in return. You wanted that gift to be exchanged. Some of you are in this collective are very good at giving people gifts, but not really good at receiving gifts. Maybe that's a lesson for you, right? Maybe that's a lesson in like learning to prepare to be better to receive. Perhaps that's the lesson as you move forward into this new cycle. But for a lot of you as well, you haven't experienced your truest love. Not yet. Not up until this time. You haven't. You haven't experienced the love of your life. Even if you feel like you have not. So I want that to be a good omen. I want that to feel beautiful and blissful in your heart. You have not yet experienced the truest love that you will experience in this timeline. And tomorrow, after tonight's full moon, you are going to step into your highest timeline, and a miracle is going to set forth in your life as you become a completely different person, free from those same insecurities that were holding you back, free from anything that is burdening you or preventing you from expanding, free from anything that keeps you feeling sick or keeps you feeling anxious or keeps you feeling in your head or prevents you from connecting with friends or family or causes you to isolate yourself. And now free to release and let go. And as you release and let go, I see this as a collective that maybe has some feelings rushing to the surface. And for some of you, yes, you might have this person reaching out. There could be an emotional confession. I see for a lot of you, you will. But I feel like you're going to see this as what it's supposed to be, which is their attempt at the return of that gift. Oof. I love you all. I love you all. This is a tough one. This is a tough energy in this collective. But when you receive the return of that gift, I feel like you'll recognize that the soul contract has expired and that you can let go. You can let go and move forward in peace. How are we moving forward? Let's see. That's what I want to know. How is this collective moving forward at this time? What do we need to know? So you are healing your inner child. For some of you, that's difficult to do because up until this time, you didn't feel worthy of healing your inner child. But now that you're goddamn confident, now that you have that confidence, now that you have that self-worth, I see you being able to really dive in and heal that inner child. And that is going to make you not only more lovable, but somebody who is able to receive love in a way unlike you ever have before. For many of you, you have not been able to receive love up until this time because there was a part of you as a child who never received that love. Your capacity to receive love now is the same at your capacity in which you were given love as a child. Hear that again. Your capacity to receive love now is the same as the love that you received at that time of being a child. Okay, so for many of you, you're having to heal that inner child so you can receive the love that you deserve, so you can receive the compassion you deserve, so you can feel the nurturing you deserve, so you can fully step into your higher self and go through the process of rebirth. This rebirth is going to take you to a place that you have never seen. Some of you have been limiting yourself, and I feel that this relationship was respective of that. What do we need to know about any new path towards love? What do we need to know? What do we need to know about a new path here towards love? How are we evolving beyond this energy and how are we moving forward? Okay, so first and foremost, know that you absolutely will receive everything that you desire and everything that you wish for. Some of you have very specific wishes and others you have simple wishes. You're like, I just want to be loved. I just want to receive love. I just want to have love all around me. That is not too much of an ask. Not only is it not too much of an ask, I see you having love in abundance. For most of you, the month of March is significant. Could be meeting a new person. I'm also seeing September as being significant as well. For some of you, you could have a birthday in September or March. I'm also seeing Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also have Cancer and Scorpio energy here. What else do we need to know here about how we move forward? Be present. Be present and allow yourself to be open. Because I do see that the universe has a plan for you here. I see that the universe is entrusting you with a new cycle of blessings, of gifts, of abundance, of love, of all that you've desired, okay? And I feel that for many of you, it's about no longer clinging to what could be a comfort zone. For some of you, this past person, you're holding on to a comfort zone. You're holding on to an old version of yourself. But when someone is let go in our life, yes, there is a space and a cavern that is created, but an old version of ourselves dies creating that space. So now you have this space to create this new version of yourself, right? You have let go of someone, they created this space, an old version of yourself is gone, a new version of yourself begins. A new version of yourself that is now open and grateful and healed and ready for the love that you deserve. And that is what your guides want for you. That is what your guides want for you. What do we need to know about this new love specifically that's coming in for my collective? Damn, this is going to feel so good for you. So this is not a collective that's on the fence, okay? If you have been on the fence or if you've been going back and forth with this person for some time, I feel like this is not your collective. This is a collective that I feel like is in their heart of hearts, in their spirit, they feel ready. They feel ready. And I feel like the only thing that holds you back is unaliving that old version of yourself. I'm going to be honest. Unaliving that old version of yourself, letting go of that old version of yourself. And doing that inner child healing to be able to deepen your capacity to love. And I see for most of you as well, once you do move forward, you're going to feel emboldened. You're going to feel empowered by the courage that you feel coursing through your veins. I feel like this is a collective that doesn't want to repeat the lessons of the past and has a clear sight line to the future. There's a part of you that may doubt simply because of what you've experienced, but there's also this indomitable force inside you that's encouraging you to continue to take steps towards this higher path. Okay? So no more suffering for this collective. Only winning, only being fed, only feeling satiated, only feeling fulfilled, only feeling expansive, only feeling loved by the universe. I see you finally transcending this period of suffering to some degree that was self-created. But the blessing in the fact that we self-create our suffering means we can also self-create our joy. I've learned that lesson the hard way too many times. Water sign energy, okay? You create your own suffering. You dwell in your own despair. But guess what? You can also dwell in your gratitude. You can also dwell in the sunshine. You can also continuously expand upon an energy that does feel more joyful. And I feel like this is a collective that is shifting into that vibration. Okay? You're creating a new narrative about yourself. You're creating a new story about yourself. There is a new legacy that's being created for you, for your children, for your children's children, for everyone who's connected to you and everyone who saw you before and after. You are not the same. You are not the same. And you're not doing it for them. Okay? Heaven help all the readers in this app talking so much about how people are seeing you and you're looking different and that's the reason why you do it. Do it for your damn self. Do it to make yourself proud. Do you know what happens when you do it to make yourself proud? It sticks. Those changes are sustainable because you're not doing it just to get someone's attention or to catch a wandering eye. Okay? Do it to make yourself proud. Damn. Final insight and advice here for this collective moving forward. What do we need to know? You are goddamn ready. I don't even need to talk to you. I don't even need to say anything. A lot of you who are in this collective have done a lot of spiritual work. Okay? And it's just this final layer of like ego that connects you to this person. For some of you, you do feel bad for this person, or there's a part of you that's like feels responsible for their journey. Be responsible for your journey. Follow your higher path. I see this collective scaling this summit, scaling this mountain, hiking up this beautiful mountain, seeing above the clouds and this beautiful view, all that you've gained, all of the insight and enlightenment and wisdom you've gained along the path is now available to you. And I want you to claim that moment again for yourself. Claim that moment for yourself. I just heard, okay? This is going to be a tough message. I just heard no more quick fixes. Some of you have been searching for quick fixes, okay? And guilty as charged. This whole world of tarot on TikTok, tough love, truth, 2025, spilling the tea, tell it like it is. This app may not even be here. Who cares? Energy. Sometimes this world can create quick fixes, okay? But it's not about quick fixes, right? It's about committing to yourself, making decisions to be able to better yourself and staying diligent and having integrity and doing the right thing even when no one's watching. That's what it's about. Like there's so much beauty on this journey that you can have if you're ready to receive it. And this is going to make me emotional because I love all of you and I'm not going to cry. I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry. I love all of you. Okay. I love all of you. This has been a beautiful journey we've experienced together. It has. It really has. And who knows what's to come in the future path. Our paths will always bisect. We'll always be connected energetically. I don't believe in separation. We are always one. We are always one. But I love you all so very much. This has been a powerful and prolific and profound journey. You have done so much to make yourself so proud. If you take away anything from this reading, take away that. If you take away anything from this reading, look at how much progress you've made. Look at all the changes you made. You're unrecognizable to yourself. You've done things that other generations before you couldn't do. You've made strides that at sometimes, for you at least in the past, seemed impossible to make. And you did that. No one else. Not me, not spiritualists, not anyone you're connected to, not your friends, not your family, not a karmic, not your twin flame. No, you did that. You did that. Okay? So I feel like this is a collective as you move forward and as you evolve that is detaching from anything that feels like it is the antithesis of their healing. Because your healing is your peace and your peace is your healing. And once you're in that state of feeling at peace and feeling at ease and feeling blessed and feeling grounded and feeling like you belong in your own skin and in the universe and with your guides and like you're making them proud and like you're making yourself proud, you can plant those new seeds. You can plant those new seeds and they will flourish. They will grow abundantly. You have the ability to plant any new seed that you desire at this time, whether it's love, career, or otherwise. I see this as a collective that is finally letting go and releasing anything that's not growing because they recognize that they, in essence, are reflective of the journey and process of growth. We are a representation of growth, right? The human experience is an allegory of growth, a metaphor for growth. We are born, we exist, we persist, we evolve, we move forward, we move to our next land, our next life. But that is a process of continuous growth. We are always growing. And now that you are recognizing your ability to grow and how far you've grown, I don't see you attracting in any relationships, people, places, or things that are against that or in a misalignment with that state of growth. So I see you going places again you never thought you would go. And I see this as being a collective that is finally letting go and releasing old identities that were very harmful to them anything that feels conflicting, anything that feels like it's in a state of disharmony, anything that feels like it's a form of rejection. Because you're realizing to some degree, the reason why you feel like that thing or job opportunity or person or place is rejecting you is because something in you knows that's not yours. Hear that again. Something in you knows that thing is not yours and it is rejecting them or it is pushing them away. That is a matched energy. That is an aligned energy. That is exactly as it was meant to be. Okay? Something in you knows that you deserve better, which is actually a form of a gift in which that energy is repelled from you because something in you is telling it, I know I deserve better. I know I want more. I know there's more for me. So we learn to evolve and see things from that perspective, no longer seeking any type of interpretation or seeing an interpretation of who we are with others in a way that feels disempowering. There's a shifting of the narrative. Final advice here as we evolve after this full moon. Back to the initial message, okay? So you have been rocked throughout your history. I feel that this is a collective that's gone through multiple spiritual awakenings, okay? But I feel like these spiritual awakenings have led you to your truth, shook you to your core, led you to your truth. Now this is a collective that is ready to step into their higher purpose. So if you knew that all of your guides were watching, which they are, and if you knew that a singular moment in time, a singular decision, a singular step could change the course of your future path, what decisions would you make? What actions would you take? Where would you focus your energy? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually? That's what I want you to ask yourself at this time with this full moon. How can I conserve my energy to what really emotionally resonates with me deep in my soul? Cancerian energy, okay? And know that if you're able to connect deeply to your emotions at this time, no longer close off and shut off to what it feels, I see you transcending to this higher path. I see you moving towards your highest purpose, more confidently than ever, okay? I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 1111 down below to let me know that that was yours.